Portugal has defeated Uzbekistan 5-0. But the question arises, how does Portugal suddenly look different? And it all lies in the details. First of all, there were two changes made in the starting 11 by Roberto Martinez. First was João Felix coming in for Bernardo Silva, and second was Ruben Dias coming in for Araujo. So what those two changes did and how did it affect the game was Ruben Dias was much more commanding in the back line, and João Felix being one of more playmaking kind of person rather than Bernardo Silva, who is more of a know-it-all kind of person. So those two kind of differentiated a lot in the tactical understanding, and that was not the only change. First of all, the tactics of Uzbekistan was completely demolished. The reason being they were playing a mid block and were trying to high press a Portugal side which was much more skillful to them. What instead Portugal did was they threw in those fullbacks to provide width, whereas the wingers were tucked in to do playmake work with Bruno Fernandes. That what helped Bruno to become essentially a second striker to provide balls to Ronaldo, which in fact resulted in 2 goals for Ronaldo, making him the highest goal scorer for Portugal in the World Cup. Now, one of the most key important things is Uzbekistan's tactics was very bad. But will Portugal be able to do these kind of things against a more solid team? For example, Colombia they would be playing next, who are much more better defensively. Portugal might or might not be able to implement the same tactics and be able to produce same kind of results, but I feel like Portugal having better players who have more individual quality can still go through Colombia and easily top the group, which would make them have easier lineups in the knockout phases, at least the earlier parts. So that's what made Portugal as well as Ronaldo's game excellent.